out by priming my eyes. I don't know that she has an eye primer. If she does, I don't have it, so I'm just going to use my soft ochre paint pot. I take that back. I'm not using that. My eyes, I guess, are super dry today. It's not going to handle it. So I'm going to use the concealer that we're going to be using later. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher Stick, Conceal and Treat Stick. And I'm just going to put a little bit on each eye. And then I'm going to set them with the powder that we're going to be using, which is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. Most of the eye look today is going to come from her new Instant Look in a palette. It's the 5-minute Face on the Go Beauty Glow. I think she has, goodness, I don't know, maybe 4 of these now, 3 of these. Sorry for the noise in the background. My husband's packing stuff downstairs and my little one's playing back here. So this is the newest one though. It's Beauty Glow. So it has 3 eyeshadow shades right here. It's got a blush shade, a highlight shade, and a bronzer shade. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a base down, and I'm going to use one of her Eyes to Mesmerize little cream shadow pots. And this is in the color Jean. It's just a really pretty kind of champagne-y color. And I'm just going to put that all over my lid. And I don't really care today if it goes up in the crease because it's going to be a really easy look. So let me zoom you in a little bit. For some reason, these shadow pots had mixed reviews, and they're some of my absolute favorite cream shadows ever. I don't understand the bad reviews, but it's going to be one of the simplest eye looks because this is everyday. I'm going to take this middle color right here. It's called Enhance. And I'm going to top the base that I just laid down with that. I'm going to start out with a flat brush, and then I'm going to go over it with a fluffy brush just because that's what she always does in her videos. So I'm going to see if it actually makes a difference. These are not, her products are not the most intensely pigmented eyeshadows that you're going to find. And I like that. I think that there's a definite market for that. So I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and brush a little bit of that. Then I'm actually going to take one of the blusher shades. It's her Swish shade, and I'm going to put that through my crease. Just a little tiny bit of it. It's just kind of it's got a reddish undertone, and I just want to define the crease a little bit, but honestly, that's the extent of the eye look today. And I'm just gonna go in with this shade Brighten right here on my finger and pop it right in the center of the eye just to brighten things up a little bit. Now I'm going to take her classic eye powder pencil, and this is in the color Audrey, which my daughter's like, because that's her name. So I really like this pencil, but it's just a nice, this is her like pencil to powder. It's an actual powder formula. So it's not going to be super pigmented. It really just kind of gives a shadow on your lash line. And then I'm going to just take a little bit of this Smoke shade right here and kind of smudge that out a little bit. So I don't have like a specific primer per se, at least not a full size, and I believe the only one she really has is the Wonder Glow, and I do have like a little sample packet, so that's what I'm going to use on my face. I'm going to pull my hair back. Open that, and it's like a skin tone color with it's not really, it's just a champagne type liquid. So I'm just going to apply that all over. You know, she has the magic cream that she always applies, but I just put my SPF on, so I don't want to put a moisturizer like back on top of that. This one is very tacky once you like spread it on your face, so I think that's where the priming aspects come in. As far as the glowiness, I don't see too much glow. So now I'm going to go in with foundation, and I do have a full size of that. This is the Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation, and I have the color 5 Medium. So I'm going to start out applying that with my fingers, and then I'm going to go on over it with my sponge. This is a very lightweight, light coverage, dewy foundation. It does have, and I forgot to correct, so apparently we're going to correct over this foundation. It does have a luminous finish to it. Honestly, good night. Only I would basically put foundation all over my eyebrows. All right, I'm gonna fix that real quick. So now that, you know, I had to go back and fix my eyebrows and the foundation has sunk in just a little bit, I don't really feel like I need that much more. I'm just gonna put another little dot on the areas where I'm the most red. And don't mind my neck. I tried a new self-tanner last night and I had the hardest time on my neck because it always bunches up down there. Oh well. So I just corrected with my Tarte CC corrector, and now I'm going to go back in with that Retoucher Conceal and Treat Stick and use that as my concealer, and I am in the color 3 Medium. So this is more of like a skin tone color for me. It's not very brightening, but that's okay because I've just not been into the highlighted look lately. But if you do like a more brighter look and you're, you know, around the same skin tone as me, then I would probably go with Fair, which is number 2. Blends out super easy. It blended out easy. It doesn't look cakey. I've tried samples of this before and I remember really liking it. So far so good. I don't have any kind of cream bronzer from her, so I'm just going to use my Milk Makeup matte bronzer. I'm going to see how the retoucher pen sets using my all-time favorite NARS powder. I would use the powder that Charlotte Tilbury makes, and I have used that under my eyes before and it's fine. It's just a little bit darker than I want to set my under eyes since this concealer isn't really like a brightening color. But now we will go into that powder. So this is the powder in medium. I've talked endlessly about how much I like this powder. I'm obviously hit pan and don't have that much longer to enjoy it, but I will repurchase. They do only have 3 colors in this, but I don't find that the colors really show up. I mean, if you were super fair, then the medium's gonna show up, and if you're super, you know, medium and use the dark, it'll show up, but it covers a big range. Now, this palette has a bronzer in it. However, it's really light. I haven't tried it on my face yet, but I don't know, it's super light. So I'm going to go in with her Film Star Bronze and Glow, and this is in the light medium. And I'm just going to take the bronzer side. You know, you can sculpt. It's called the sculpt side. I don't really sculpt. Like, I don't contour myself that much, so I just use it as a bronzer. Take my hair down for the rest of it. Now I'm going to go into the blush, and again, these 2 blushers right here, are pretty. I just want to use a different color, so I'm going to use one of my full size blushes from her, and this is called the Climax, and it's bronze on the outside, and then it's got the peach in the middle. You know, she claims to like swish it around and pop it on the apple. I don't do that. I just kind of mix it all together. And I love this color for in the summer because it is just that beautiful like bronze peachy blush to your cheeks. And then I'm going to take the highlight section of that palette. Don't underestimate the power of this highlight. Like, holy cow, way too much. Hey, well, we're just gonna have a very highlighted face today. I mean, that is some serious highlight. I think people underestimate the amount of highlight in this thing. It's just gonna be a glowy, glowy day. I'm gonna go back into this smoke shade and put a little bit under my eyes. So this is not Charlotte Tilbury, but it is new, and I wanted to tell you about it because it is now part of my daily routine. And I was sent this by Kate Somerville. It's the SPF 50 Uncomplicated SPF. Soft Focus Makeup Setting Spray. It is a chemical SPF, but I don't find that it irritates my face. Sometimes the chemical ones can burn a little bit, but I don't find this does it. It claims to reduce shine, set makeup, and blur the appearance of lines and wrinkles, along with having the SPF. It also has hyaluronic acid and light diffusing silicone powder. So I'm gonna shake it up really good. It is in an aerosol can, which I kind of like. It does give you a little bit of a glow, so do know that. I don't really think it is matte, and it smells like sunscreen. So those might be setbacks, I don't know, but I do it every day now. It is a part of my routine, and it will continue to be a part of my routine because I love being able to touch up my SPF throughout the day. So I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury mascara, so I went ahead and just did that off camera. Now we are going to brighten up just a little bit on the inner corner, and I'm just going to take some of the actual highlight shade in the palette and brighten up just a little bit and see if it brightens up. Now for lips, I'm going to use the iconic nude lip liner. I know she is crazy famous for her Pillow Talk. I don't have that one, and I'm going to kind of fill in my lips because I'm going to go over it with a pretty nude lipstick, but I don't want it to be too bright. Super creamy and super easy to apply. I love those lip liners. And then I'm going to go in with Kim KW, which is, you guessed it, a nude. And that is the final look. I really like the eyes. I think it's a very soft daytime summer glam. So let me go through really quick and tell you what I would suggest. Pull you back a little bit. I like this palette. I like the eyeshadows. I like how they're soft and subtle. I think it's perfect for summer. I love these colors even for the eyes, as you saw. The only thing I'm not crazy about is this bronzer. I haven't tried it on the face yet, but it's so light. I just don't see how it's going to show up on anybody that's above like a light skin tone, honestly. So that's the only thing I'm not crazy about, but all the rest I really like. And I think if you are like an on the go and want something you can carry in your purse, these are great. Again, she has other options. I'm not a huge fan of this. I think it's fine. It's just not like, it's not probably even in my top 10. It is a pretty finish. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. So I don't want to act like I do, because I don't. I have not tried her other Magic foundation, so I can't see how it compares, but I've heard really bad things about that. So these two things I actually really like. I've always loved this. The concealer, I think I'm gonna like the concealer. My eyes have been kind of dry lately, but so far it looks okay. And the blush, the pencil, lip pencil, the lipstick, and the cream shadow are 150% recommended by me. I love, love, love them, as is this. So the only thing I think you could like maybe pass on is the foundation. The rest of the stuff is amazing. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick look. It wasn't as quick probably on video, but if you were to do it yourself, I would imagine it would take no more than 15-20 minutes. So let me know if you've tried any of her other products that maybe I didn't feature in this video, because I'm always open to look further into her line. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you all have a very blessed day.